We all know that person, the one who is constantly on the verge of a breakthrough. They have the next big idea, the perfect business plan, or a vision of a life that looks nothing like their current reality. They speak with such passion that you almost believe them. But months, even years pass, and nothing moves. It's easy to call this laziness, but psychology suggests something far more complex is happening beneath the surface. It isn't a lack of desire. It's an architecture of inaction. Point 1. The simulation trap. The first hurdle is that the brain often cannot distinguish between a vivid imagination and actual progress. When you spend hours detailing your future success, your brain releases small hits of dopamine, a sense of achievement that hasn't actually been earned. Because you've already felt the win in your mind, the biological urgency to go out and do the grueling work starts to fade. You've essentially tricked your reward system into thinking the job is done. Point 2. Perfection as a defense mechanism. For many big dreamers, the planning phase is actually a hiding spot. As long as a dream remains a plan, it is perfect. It hasn't been tested by the market, criticized by peers, or ruined by a mistake. Psychology shows that a deep-seated fear of failure often masquerades as high standards. By never starting, you protect your self-image. You remain a genius who hasn't tried yet, rather than risking becoming a failure who did. Point 3. The paradox of readiness. One of the greatest lies we tell ourselves is that we are waiting for the right moment. We believe that one day we will wake up feeling 100% prepared and fearless. However, readiness is a byproduct of action, not a prerequisite for it. By waiting for the perfect alignment of stars, you ensure that the time to act never actually arrives, because the feeling of being ready only comes after you've already started moving. Point 4. The exhaustion of analysis. Have you ever felt tired just thinking about a project? This is because overthinking is a form of cognitive drain. When you analyze every possible variable, outcome, and obstacle, you burn through your mental energy before you ever pick up a tool. By the time it's actually time to execute, your mind is already exhausted from the simulations, leaving you with no fuel for the actual work. Point 5. The identity conflict. At the core of an action is often an identity misalignment. Your brain is wired to keep your actions consistent with who you believe you are. If you secretly view yourself as someone who never finishes things or someone who isn't a leader, your subconscious will sabotage any effort to act like a high achiever. To change your life, you have to first accept the discomfort of becoming someone who feels unfamiliar to you. Point 6. The romance of potential. Finally, many people are simply addicted to their own potential. It feels exhilarating to talk about who you could be. It provides a sense of identity and future status without any of the hard, boring work that real progress requires. Real growth is repetitive and often uncomfortable, whereas potential is always exciting. Many choose to stay attached to the beautiful idea of their future self because it feels better than facing the reality of their current self. Conclusion: having a grand vision isn't what makes you unique. Plenty of people have big dreams. The true dividing line is the ability to move when your mind is actively trying to talk you out of it. Success isn't found in the perfection of the plan. It's found in the messy, unglamorous habit of showing up.